um, uh, program so many functions, right? Whatever you have written the code in your first year, those are very small piece of code. One or two functions you might have handled the code, but it's the first time you are going to write a real life code maintaining the industry pattern. So far, what I teach, I always focus the student should learn the code, uh, the pattern, the way which the industry people follow, right? So let me discuss the each and every statement of uh, conversion from infix expression to postfix one. But before that, I want to ask you something very basic questions. I think we have already discussed in our previous and in your first year when we discussed C. Very simple question, and you will understand that how many of you are able to answer properly to the point, right? Because it's a very basic questions and frequently asked at the time of campus interview. It is not correct that always you people will face very difficult or typical questions. No, they know your syllabus, the interviewer, and from your syllabus, they will be asking you. Right? Very simple questions, but according to your explanation of the answer, you will get through. It may so happen that you know the answer, but you are not able to explain in proper way. That is also a good quality. That even you know a particular thing, in spite of having sufficient knowledge, if you are not able to represent this properly, then uh, you will not be able to get through because they always want that the persons they will be going to recruit must be having a threshold level, threshold quality of a presentation from where they can prepare you through their training, technical as well as administrative. Okay. So the question is, what is the difference between post incrementation and pre incrementation of a variable? What is, I repeat, what is the difference between pre incrementation and post incrementation?
Sir, will I answer?
Yes. Yeah.
Sir, in pre-incrementation, the value is first incremented by 1 and then it is substituted. And in post-incrementation, the value is first substituted and then it is incremented by 1.
Hmm. Anyone else? Anyone else?
Yes, sir. Same as Shayantan. In pre-incrementation, as like A equal to plus plus B, then firstly the value, firstly there was incrementation in B, and then that is substituted in A. But post is
Hmm.
the reverse case.
Carry on, carry on. In case of post, what happened?
In the post incrementation, where we write B equal to A plus plus, then first the value is transferred in B. Then we increment that.
Hmm. Anyone else? Anyone else? Only two persons have responded, Shayantan and Priyanka. Anyone else? Vidisha? Vidisha?
Yes, sir.
Hmm. Answer. Try answer.
The same answer with Sayantan and Priyanka. There is difference between.
Hmm. You got yourself muted. Yeah. Unmute yourself. Vidisha, unmute yourself. Complete the
Hello.
answer. Now it's audible. Hmm. Carry on.
Can you
Carry
hear
on.
me, sir?
Now it's audible. No. You started that whatever Priyanka has said that you agree with her, and you started something according to your own. So what? I think you should complete it. No, Priyanka got muted. Anyone else? Manisha, Manisha Bhatti. Manisha, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Try
sir.
to answer.
Yes,
My question is clear to you?
yes, sir. I am all. Yes, sir. I am also agree with Priyanka. Means pre-increment operator is used to increment variable value by one. Assigning the value means before assigning the value to the variable, and in post increment
Hmm.
operator is used to increment variable value by one after assigning the value. Can you hear, sir?
Yeah, yeah. See, the answers what you have given, this will be the answer of all the candidates appearing in the campus interview. Right? It's a very easy question. And whatever you have said, it's not incorrect, it's correct. But still, you will not, if it is concerned about your getting job, they will not be satisfied. The interviewer will not be satisfied. First of all, you have to think why they asked this easy question. It's a very trivial one. All of us know this. Very beginner of the C, those who at least have little bit knowledge about C.
Sir,
Vidisha.
can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you. So do you want to complete your answer?
Yes, sir.
Complete this one.
In the case of pre-incrementation, means the variable is incremented before the uh, evaluated in the expression, and post-implementation increment means it will be incremented after it has been evaluated.
Uh, little bit addition, little bit a delta factor she has added is good. She has mentioned a term that is expression. It's good technical term, fine. But still, it is not that much satisfactory. What I was trying to tell you that always you have to think why they have asked these easy questions, right? So you know all this. All of you know I know. I'm very much confident. All of you know this. Okay, Bidisha, mute yourself. Bidisha.
Okay, sir.
Uh, So why then you have faced this question? So your representation should be changed. Always keep one thing in mind. Pictorial representation always preferred from verbal one. There are so many technical points, technical topics, which you simply keep explaining verbally. The persons who are ready to understand in front may not understand properly until and unless you take the help of a paper and a pen. So whenever you will be facing this question, you need one thing. You should ask from the interviewer, should I may I get a paper to write something, to explain this one in writing, first of all. Then what you will do? I am explaining this one. I will be showing you, and then you will get the difference with your answer and my answer, right? My representation. Okay, so let me present. Okay. Hmm. I started presenting, and let me open C. Let me open a new one, new source file. Okay. Let's see. Let's paint X is a X is so E okay. नाम दिए दे okay. This one. What happened? Hmm.
Sir, main
Oh,
function to
almost. I mean, I was concentrating on that particular code part and I forgot to include main. Right? X is 5, isn't it?
yes, sir.
Here, value of the X has been assigned, value of the A has been assigned to the variable X. When it comes with 5, value of the A was 5. So first value of the A is getting assigned to X. Then value of A is getting incremented by 1A plus plus. It's post incrementation, right? And if I do this one, then will happen. Six. Got it? Now here value of the A is getting incremented by 1 first, then the ultimate result is going to be assigned to X. This is the difference between pre-incrementation and post-incrementation. So you have answered, I think you know all this. But the answer should be this. What will be your answer? I will be telling you, but after I explain this. Value of x 6, value of x, sorry, it will be value of, it will be a. Value of a will be 6. Value of a will be 6. Even if I do this one, you might have surprised why I am wasting a time explaining this code, because all of you know what my purpose, what is my purpose, that you will understand later. Okay, so here also is 6. Okay, so your answer should start with, when you will face the interview, your answers to start with whether the implication of post incrementation and pre incrementation will be different. It depends on its application. The implication of post incrementation and pre incrementation of a variable depends on its application. That Vidisha or someone else, what answer? Vidisha has as answer that expression. It depends on the application of this one in the expression. If in the expression, if the variable which is associated with post incrementation or pre incrementation operator is not associated with any other variable, then there is no difference, a plus plus or plus plus a. There is no difference if it is only applied on itself. If it is only applied on itself. But the difference will come into picture when this expression, this a plus plus or plus plus a, this post incrementation or pre incrementation, the variable associated with, if it is associated with some another variable, then the implication will be different than post incrementation, and pre incrementation will be different. One thing always you should keep in mind, don't give any example first of all. Most of you have started with that with the name of the variable, a or x, something else, right? When you will represent it on paper, then you have to take the help of an example. That is fine. But if you are supposed to say verbally, don't mention the name of any variable. The answer should be without an example first. It should be generic. If they ask, show an example, then you will start telling the name of the variable you are assuming. Got it? So the answer will be started with, there is no difference between the post incrementation and pre incrementation if it is not associated with any another variable except itself. Understood? Now got the difference?
Yes, sir. Got
Yes,
it.
sir.
Okay,
Yes,
fine.
sir.
You
Yes,
have to
sir.
understand why you failed to crack the interview. You have to understand. You just take it some otherwise they have any connections or they are not the people who have who got recruited. Maybe they are familiar beforehand with they have a connection. Okay, so this kind of or all these are rumor in most of the cases, not all the cases. Obviously, reference always works, right? But in maximum case, in the advanced level, for the experienced people, reference works because reference is really needed. Experienced people, if they have a reference, then the recruiter at least will have a scope to know about the candidate, about his or her knowledge. That's why reference is helpful for that, but not at the beginning level always. So you have to always think in spite of having knowledge, in spite of knowing the answer, if you are not able to represent, which will be a bit different from your other mates, other candidates, other appearing candidates, right? So you have to practice from this uh, year, from this second year. Then you will prepare yourself. And easily, if you have this kind of ability, it will be habituated. You will be habituated, you will be accustomed to representing this that way. Not only in this subject, in every subject. Your DSP, digital signal processing, control system, just the core subject, right? So many concepts are there, right? So you are studying, you know this, but representation must be different for the interview because you are not going to appear in your MAC out exam or university exam, right? So here every time your performance, your representation skill, your knowledge is being monitored. Got it? Okay, fine. So got the difference?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Randana.
sir.
Okay, fine. Now let us repeat that yes, previous class. That is, our purpose is to convert an infix expression to postfix one. So I have taken the stack as a tool. You can say it is an application of stack also. You can also, you may be asked in your question, means your semester question also, that give an example where stack can be applied. Give a real life example where we can apply stack, or this may be a question of campus interview also. So this is an example where you are using stack as a tool. So this is an example of application of stack. Got it? Okay. So here we have written the different operation, that is push and pop operation. Mainly these two operations are needed. You know here why I discussed that post implementation and pre implementation. While pushing some element onto the stack, you will notice that we are applying pre implementation. And while popping up an element from the stack, we are using post decrementation. According to algorithm, you know, right? When we are going to push an element, first we have to uh, get, we have to move the pointer top, right, to the upper one level up, okay, where we will be pushing our current element. So first we have to move the pointer top. Top is not an element of stack. I repeat, sometimes you people get confused at what is top. Top is nothing. Top is actually holding the position of topmost element. It implies an position, not the element. And with reference of this position, we can get the element which is presently at the top. Got it? Okay. So yeah, because our array is stack, we are actually using top as index for the array stack. Okay. So that's why pre-incrementation will happen. First top will be incremented by U1, top will move one step upper, then at that position we will be inserting this element which we are passing uh, through our function when we call this push function from main. And similarly this will be just reverse of it. First, the position which is held by the top, we have to remove the element from that position, then we will move one level down. So we have to decrement the value of top after we access the element. That's why it will be post decrementation. Got it? Okay. In one statement, I have written this is industry pattern. And if the learner, how they will write? They will write in this way. First, top plus plus, or they will write top times 2, top plus 1. Then they will write stack. What you have, the way you used to write in your CS201 when you were learner of C. Stack, top, then. So these two statements I have merged into a single statement. Okay. So this is an alternative statement of this one. Got it? But industry people don't write in this way. They always prefer to write in short. Okay. So this is not allowed. This is not industry oriented code. So only this is the industry oriented code. Okay. Got it? All of you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And see, there is another important operation for this conversion is the precedence. You know, in our algorithm, we always emphasize on the precedence because the operator which has highest precedence will be processed first. So here I have written these precedence with some operator and I have segregated these with the different cases. So plus and minus, these have equal precedence. Okay. So return to star case, multiplication and division equal precedence. So these two cases I have merged in a single code. Okay, single case I have assumed. So return 3 break. Exponentiation, different precedence, return 4. Case this means initial bracket, opening of bracket and closing of bracket. These are the cases, and hash, a special symbol, return 1, then break. So this way I have divided the precedence according to its weightage. Okay. Now see, I have to always, I will be scanning the expression, isn't it? Let me open this, let me open the algorithm once again, infix to postfix. You are actually studying all these notes now. I always send the notes also. Online to infix to postfix. No, this is the infix to postfix conversion. Anyways, I'm not getting it. Anyway, so let me explain in code. So I actually we are here. This is our expression, no? Isn't it? Okay, this is our infix expression. So we are scanning always from the beginning to the end of the expression. We are scanning it. So while scanning, sometimes we will encounter operator, operator, operator. Sometimes we will be encountering operand, operand, operand. Okay. So here we are checking the symbol we have encountered is operator or operand. So there we have designed another function is operator. It will check it. So I have written this. If this case arises, plus, minus, this symbol return 1, otherwise default return 0. Okay. So it will check whether the operator is, whether the symbol is operator or not, check the operator. Now convert. Now this one. Here to make you understand, I have to convert operation. I'll be explaining later. So let me directly go to the main. Here in main, I have taken an array of characters, means string, because you know whatever we will be supplying or whatever users will supply from the keyboard, either it it is it is an character, it is an it's numeric or alphabet character. It will be the character. It will be taken as character. Even if it is a numeric one, it will be treated as a character from the keyboard, right? Because from the keyboard, all these are whatever we type, all these are character. So I have to take all these symbols in a character array, that is string. So I have given the name of the string is infix, which will hold, which will store our actual expression, infix expression. You can take it using getS function, right? You know that is the function to take a string from the keyboard. And to make you understand, I have taken an example as a constant one, right? You can also take an interactive way from the user using getS, like the way we take a string, and we will be forming the converted form. We'll be generating the converted form and storing that converted form in another string, that is postfix. It will be our result. So it must have the equal size. Maximum size I have taken 20. Right? You can define anything else. Now this is our main operation, main function. I told you always that in industry, the main function doesn't contain so many statements. Main function is only supposed to call some functions which will be defined by us and which will be written in the same file, right? So we have defined all these required function before main or after main, whatever you choose, right? So our convert this expression this with through this function. It is our function. This is not system function, you know. System function is printf, scanf. This is system function. System function. This is our function. So I have developed it, right? So now we will try to understand each and every statement of the conversion function, convert function. So here I have tried to send two string infix and postfix. Got it? I will scan the expression infix, and ultimately using the algorithm we have learned, we will be storing the result in postfix one. Got it? Okay, all of you?
Yes, sir. Clear.
So now the main
Yes,
part.
sir.
Yes, sir. Now the main part I am going to discuss infix to postfix. Convert. Sorry. So infix and postfix. We have got this. Now infix has got an expression as input. Here, you know, top has got the value -1 initially. Now I have to put a special symbol on the stack first. Okay, so that symbol I have taken as a hash symbol. Okay. Now I have to scan the entire expression, So long I will be scanning, it will depend on its length, string length. And from 0, if the string length is 6, means if there are 6 characters, I will be started with 0 and I will be continued up to 5, you know, isn't it? Because that range is the range starts from 0. So 0 to n minus 1, not 1 to n. So I is 0, I less than string length infix. Nice class. This is the for. So here with this for loop, will be able to scan the entire expression, input expression. Now I have taken the first character from the infix expression, right? The first character I will take where I is 0. The first character I will take and store it in symbol. Now I have to check the symbol I got, the character I got is an operator or operand. So this will come to know through this function. You know, I have explained this function is operator symbol. If it is 0, then it is not an operator. Here it just come there. Whenever you will be reading an function, okay, whenever you have to understand a function, if you means get a function, you will directly go to that stand. What is there? What is the function written with? Is what is operator? No? Is operator symbol is operator. If these are my symbol, if nothing is, if it is not, if any case is not valid, then return 0, other return 0, so I return 1. So if it is not an means operator, then this will be true. 0 will be returned from the is operator. So here if is operator returns 0, then you can be sure that it is not an operator, rather it's an operand. So if according to the algorithm, if it is an operand, then simply I will be adding it to our postfix expression. I will start adding, right? I have taken another variable j, which will keep track of the position of the postfix expression, where we will gradually inserting the adding the elements, the symbols, right, one by one. So postfix j, it gets a symbol. I have simply added the symbol in our postfix expression, which we are which we are preparing, right? Now j plus plus j will be ready to assign the value in the next position of the postfix for a postfix expression we are going to create. Now else, if it is not if it is an operator, not means if it is an operator, is operator symbol is not 0, means else will work. So it is a symbol. Now there are so many cases. It will depend upon the type of the symbol, type of the operator. So opening brace has the lowest precedence. If we, according to our algorithm, if we get an opening brace, we will simply push that opening brace onto our stack. See, the stack is an helping tool for this conversion. That's why I told you stack is an application, real life application here. So stack will only hold the operators. Okay. Stack will only hold the operators, but our postfix expression will hold the combination of operator and operand. Ultimately, the expression what we will get. Okay, so stack only holds the operators or some opening brace or closing brace. So if opening brace is encountered, we will simply push that opening brace onto our stack. Else, if it is not opening brace, if it is a closing brace, so closing brace has the always has a highest precedence. You know, whenever we get the closing brace, so we know that I have to evaluate that expression first, right? Isn't it? Because always we evaluate the symbol within the quotation, within the bracket. So whenever this closing brace is encountered, what will be doing? We will be we will be will keep on popping the elements from the stack. Means we will keep on popping the operators from the stack until and unless we get an opening brace. Okay, so not only will be popping, we will be popping the elements from the stack. Pop, definitely pop function is associated with the stack only, right? So we will be popping or removing the operators from the stack, and subsequently we will be adding those operators onto the postfix expression we are generating. Got it? So this while loop will do this one, will do this job until and unless we get an opening brace. So long we will be continue, so long we will start, we will keep on removing until and unless we got an opening brace. So I repeat, when we will encounter an closing brace, our job is we will start removing all the symbols from the stack, and we will keep on adding those symbols, those operators onto the to the postfix expression we are generating until and unless we get an opening brace. Okay. After that, when it is completed, so yeah, why it will be stopped? When we will get this one, means while popping at times we will get this one na opening brace, and here the continuation of loop will be stopped, and so this will be also, then after this we will also remove this opening brace. So pop this one. Got it? After removing all the elements from the, not all the elements, after removing the elements from the stack, before this all the elements will be removed, isn't it? Our condition checks that na. So we will be removing all the elements from the stack before this element. So this element has already been in a stack, so I have to remove this element also. I have to remove the opening brace also. So after while this statement actually does this. So pop out, I have written in comment also, pop out the opening brace also. Got it? Okay. Now else, if it is not and this opening brace or closing brace, then else mean what are the operators? These are the operators are left. Sorry, these are the plus, minus, star, and these four operators are left. 5 operators are left. We have checked, we have handled with these cases, opening brace and closing brace. Now these 5 operators are left. So I have to handle the 5 operators according to its precedence. Now according to our algorithm is that always we will process the operator with the highest precedence. Otherwise, we will just push it on the stack, right? So here 2 operators. One operator is the operator we are encountering. Here precedence symbol, because the operator which we are encountering, I have stored it in symbol, isn't it? Got it? Are you understanding? Here I am.
Yes, sir.
Here what I am doing, I am picking each and every element from the Infix expression and I am storing it to the symbol. So symbol is holding the current element which we have encountered. So that operator will be compared with the operator present on the stack. Okay, I just told you that stack only holds the operator. So always these two operators will be compared. If the operators we are encountering has the greatest precedence, then the operator presently on the stack. In the reverse way, you can say if the current operator on the stack has lowest precedence than the operator we encountered, we will simply push the symbol we have encountered onto the onto the stack. This means we are trying to push always the operator with the highest precedence. Okay, got it? Hello, are you understanding?
Yes, sir, got
We
you.
are
Yes, sir.
always
Yes, sir.
trying
Yes, sir.
to push the operator with the highest precedence onto the stack. Else, simply what we will do? We will pop. We will keep on popping the elements from the stack and add it to postfix until and unless this becomes true. So until and unless the operator we are encountering becomes less than or equal the operator in the stack. Okay, so this is the main part you have to understand. If you still, if any one of you still doesn't understand this one, I have already sent the note. You always again you will try to have a dry run at your home. Okay,
Okay, sir.
and then push. After removing the elements, ultimately the operator which is left on the stack, we have to which is left of the which we have encountered, that needs to be pushed also. Okay, so push that symbol. So this way, and see to if it happens that there is no element we are left, we have to all the elements we need to add on the push. So you will simply means if this case after this only one case is remains, that eventually we have to add all the elements from the stack and add it to postfix until we reach this special symbol, because this is our first element onto the stack. This will help just to check the boundary whether we have processed all the operators from the stack. Means so the stack has been empty conceptually, means this actually terminates our checking with a special symbol. This will not be included in our converted expression in any way. This will only check whether we have processed all the operators from the stack. Okay, so we have to stop here. Okay, suppose this. Now we have to terminate the string to get the string in a a single string. I have to terminate it. So you know that we are actually generating this string now. So the last symbol must be explicitly inserted by null terminate string. Okay. So this is all about this conversion. Let me run it once again. This is 1 star 2 plus 3. You know, this will process first, which is in the which is there within bracket. So 2 3 plus 2 3 plus, then 1 star 2 3 plus 2 3 plus has been treated, will be treated as a single token. So there are two tokens, one and 2 3 plus. Within the token there is an operator star. So 1 2 3 plus star. Okay, you can also take a larger expression, and what you will be doing, I will suggest you to take the string in interactive way using scanf, right? You will ask the user to input the any string, right? This one here, not take as a constant one. To make you understand, just to explain, I have taken the string as constant one. Okay. So now you tell me, it's bit clear from the earlier class.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Clear.
Yes,
Show
sir.
me,
Clear.
Shayak, Utkarsh.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, clear.
Yes, sir.
And it's good that you are mentally present. It feels good
Yes, sir.
mentally present. Anyways, so let us this today's class, right? And again, I'll be telling you people will go through the code, because the first time you are handling a code with so many statements, so many functions in one place, right? Isn't it, Santan?
Yes, sir. Very long.
It's very long, but this is the actual real life code you have to write in the industry. Okay, so this actually is very small code for the industrial people, because whenever you joining joining in the industry, you will be you have to write thousands of statements for a particular function, right? For one or two functions. Anyways, so because ultimately you will be developing a software now. Anyways, so what you will do, if your base is clear, if you can make your base stronger, then it will be very trivial thing, right? So always you have to think about the logic, and according to the logic you will be playing. You'll be playing means you know all the features as tools in C, and you will be applying these tools, you will be applying these features as a non-record. So you'll be playing the code, right, to get your desired output according to the requirement of the clients. This is the ultimate term. Your client means whom your development will will be served to, right? Okay, so what
Okay, sir.
you will be studying again and again, and try to write by yourself without means closing these notes. Okay, you will try
Okay, sir.
to write the code on your own. Okay, চলো আজকে শেষ করা যাক. Today's attendance is 20 ultimately. Still 20. Anyways. Hmm. Okay, yeah, it has to be improved. Anyways, I don't know today's lockdown this is the reason or not. Anyways, chalo, bye. And
Thank you, sir.
Bye, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
sir.
sir.